Rasa Malik, and today I'm going to be doing a video, instructional video on martial arts, aka Montu arts, African Montu arts. This time we're going to be talking about footwork, and footwork is probably the best place to start whenever you're doing any type of movement art, whether it be martial arts, dance, anything, right? So for this, I'm going to be bringing it from an African context. So in Africa, a lot of the Montu arts or martial arts, they're practiced in a way where it's very rhythmic, you know? So with that being said, there's a lot of dancing elements and a lot of footwork elements to all of the movements. Sort of like in karate where you have the kata, you know, all of the set movements in place. Dancing serves as the kata of African Montu arts. So what I'm gonna do is take 3 variations of African dance and Montu arts and show you how they're the same thing, starting with footwork. So if you can see my feet, I'm gonna be in a neutral position with both my feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit pointed diagonally out. Now I'm gonna bend my knees, and this is gonna be my active, ready base position. So from here, I'm gonna show you the Jinga. Jinga is from Capoeira, which is an Afro-Brazilian Montu art. And in this, you go back, and then you go forward. Back, and then you go forward. Back, and you sway. This is what's called a Jinga. And there's many different variations. I can go into a Regional Jinga. I can go into an Angola Jinga. You know, I could do any type of Jinga where I'm just, you know, I'm just walking down the street, I'm just standing at the corner, you know, Jinga. That's the Jinga. The Jinga is very similar to the falso from eskrima con machete, which is machete fencing from Colombia. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So from the base position, same one, where you can see my whole body and you can feel the bend in your legs. You're gonna do the same movement as the Jinga, except it's inverted. That means instead of going back stepping, you're gonna be stepping forward to the point of the triangle. And by the way, you're gonna be making triangles with all of these movements. That's the shape that you wanna keep in your mind when you're doing footwork for these arts. Triangle. So put my front foot on the tip of the triangle to the base of the triangle. Other leg goes to the tip, back to the base. And I'm here, you know? Normally I would have a stick, a machete, and here's where I'm flowing. This is my movement, right? So instead of doing this, I'm going back, forward in the base. I'm going back into the base, forward 1 step. Back into the base, forward 1 step. Back into the base, forward 1 step. And that's so, just an example of how it's used, that's so you can get into a rhythm of slicing, attacking, and going back and defending yourself with a parry or a block. So that's the second form of footwork. Third form of footwork is actually from a dance, and it's from a dance many people know, African-American breakdancing. So in breakdancing, they kind of have their own Jinga, if you will, where it's a base movement that all of the flares and the back flips and the special type flips movements, that's what it always comes back to. Same way in Capoeira where the Jinga is the base for every single kick. Same thing in breakdancing. It's called the up rock. I think I'm saying that correctly.
Top rock.
Top rock. Thank you to Nikolai, because he knows more about breakdancing than me. All right. So the top rock is pretty much like the falso, except you're just putting more. You're just freestyling it. You know what I'm saying? You can like do whatever. It's just a dance move. It's just if you had some hip hop music, if you had a beat, simple drum beat, you could do this to it. I'm freestyling, I'm messing around, but that's what you want. You want to be in a playful, light on your feet, you know, loose type movement with your footwork. And the only way you're ever going to be loose is if your foot are moving. Your feet have to always be moving. One of the main things about African Montu arts that I find is that they never stop moving, specifically their legs or any type of part of their body. So with that, So with that, those are the 3 main footwork in most African martial arts. Montu arts. I'm gonna start saying Montu, so y'all gotta catch on. Next video, I'm not gonna say martial one time. And you know why? Mars is the Roman god of war. Do I look Roman to you? Do I look Italian? Nikolai, do I look Italian to you?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so either. Montu, the Kemetic, you guys know it as Egyptian, god of war. I'm not Egyptian, but I'm African. So I gotta represent for African Montu arts. You start saying it too. All right.